Was this a huge, I talked to one of you.
Now you ask about my hair. That's
Yes.
my hair because it's paid, it's paid in full. So I consider it as my own hair. And I'll tell you something. Obviously, that's a hair replacement that I'm using for the last 28 years, I believe.
Okay.
And I'm happy with it. But once you do it, I'm not thinking about it as a hair replacement. It became to be part of me. I'm not thinking about it. I'm not bothered by using it. I'm swimming with my kids. I'm doing everything.
I'm going to take a quick break. We come back more about the process, what women can expect on day one, and what the turnaround time is.
Okay.
You're watching The Wellness Hour, leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. We're discussing advancements in hair enhancement for women. We'll be right back.
We spoke to real women with a real problem, thinning hair.
When my hair started thinning in my 20s, I just felt very unattractive. I felt like I was a man, like this doesn't happen to women, it only happens to men, and it was very upsetting. My friends, they always say, oh, my hair, it's a bad hair day, and I'm thinking to myself, well, at least you have hair,
Right, when do we have a good hair day?
Yeah.
I just want to look like the way I looked 5-7 years ago.
Let me tell you about Method Trapeze. It's not a wig. It's a way of replacing hair by going from hair to hair, like a trapeze, creating bridges of hair along the way. Now, who's first? How does she look?
You look absolutely gorgeous.
You look great.
Thank you.
What do you think of her hair? Touch it.
It looks very natural, very, very becoming.
You're watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. Today's topic, the latest advancements in hair enhancement for women. With us from Roz International, we have Amnon and one of his clients, Carol. Carol, thanks for coming on the program and sharing your personal story. As a recap, tell us a little bit about Carol.
Actually, Carol was the first lady who came to my clinic about 7 years ago.
It was here in San Diego.
When I just moved 7.5 years ago to San Diego, she was the first client who came to me and just got the consultation about our unique method to, replace hair that she has lost. She has went through several different, products trying to regrow the thinning hair, but she will be talking about it later on.
Yeah, so Carol, I'm looking at these photos when you went to Amnon. And in fact, when they put them on the table, you kind of cringed. Tell me about that.
Well, it was a process. It was getting thinner and thinner, and I look at them and I see my mother. So there became a point when I could no longer deny that family genes were working their evil magic on me. And as Amnon said, I tried the hair products, and when that didn't work, I tried the stuff that men are supposed to use, but they started making it for women, and that didn't work. And I considered wigs, but they were way too hot, way too
So
huge.
you were thinking, so your thinning hair was bothering you at this point?
It was bothering me. It started bothering me probably 10, 12 years ago, as I was spending more and more time in front of the mirror trying to tease it and
Like
cover
trying to
the spots.
hide it?
Yeah,
Okay.
trying to hide it. And finally, products didn't work, and I started looking into other methods. The wigs, as I said, wouldn't work for me because I'm already 10 degrees warmer than the average bear, so that was not good. And they were too full, and I was afraid they would come off. So I made some calls to other type of places.
You started looking into hair enhancement or those kind of things?
Well, everything that I read, the ads would jump out at me, and I'd call, and as soon as I heard the words, well, sometimes they wouldn't even talk to you over the phone because they knew they'd scare you away, but if they did, they talked about gluing and shaving, and that just turned me off completely. I mean, that was like taking my womanhood away.
Your hair back, you would have to shave your hair,
right,
for them to attach some, interesting. Okay.
Right. And then I saw an ad for Amnon's place, Roz International. I even took my husband with me the first time.
Did it say in the ad that there was no glue or those kind of things?
I don't remember, but I just saw the ad and thought, okay, this is worth it, but I hadn't taken him to any of the other ones, and I said, it was my 60th, around my 60th birthday, things were getting critical, and I said, come with me. So we went and we sat down, met Amnon, and every question that we had, I asked him, he looked me right in the eye, gave me very honest answers. I had a really good feeling. And he gave us all the information. And I said, okay, we're going to think about it, and I'll get back to you. And my husband and I walked out in the hall, walked about 10 feet down the hall,
okay.
and said, well, what do you think? And he said, sounds good to me. If you want to do it, do it. And he said, what sounds good to you about it? I said, well, the fact that if I don't like it, the worst I can be is back where I started out, because he's not going to shave my hair. It's going to be attached to my hair.
There's no shaving at all? There's no shaving? What about clipping? I mean, you have to cut it pretty tight to the scalp?
Not at all. We're not cutting, we're not trimming, nothing. We're using her own hair, and we are blending the existing thinning hair along with the additional hair.
So when you saw her, I'm looking at this photo, when you saw this, I mean, in your mind, did you see it and say, this is going to be good? I mean, did you know this was going to be a good result?
Absolutely. Actually, the first step during the consultation is to evaluate the the probability to achieve the best results. So that's the first step to clarify. And when I saw her, it was clear to me that I can fix it in a great natural way.
Now I'm right here. Looks great. Looks natural. And what a huge improvement from the old days.
And I can do anything I want with it. This is more of a dressy look for going out. If I want more of a casual look, going to play tennis or whatever I want to do, it can be a softer, more curly, more casual look. I treat it just like my own hair. I have to tell you, the first time I had it done, and of course he told me you can go swimming, you can do everything, It's going to look totally normal. I went home, next morning I took a shower, washed my hair, jumped out of the shower to look in the mirror to see what it was going to look like. It looked just like my hair. I couldn't tell that there was anything attached.
I didn't know where that story was going. I thought it was going to be gone. So really, you got out of the shower, you looked, and there it is. And it feels, I mean, you can wash it, you have to be delicate with it?
No.
I wouldn't say extremely delicate. You should just treat it, normally.
Okay.
Not aggressively, obviously, but those who suffer from thinning hair and hair loss, treating their hair very carefully.
What did this do for your self-esteem?
It was great. The relationship between a woman and her hairdresser, to me, has always been important. You can be wearing your nicest clothes, you have on your makeup. If your hair doesn't look good, you're not the complete package. So I always had a good relationship with my hairdresser, but I had moved on to the next level. A regular hairdresser couldn't do anything for me. Now I've got that relationship with Amnon. I know that he was the one that gave me my look back, because he gave me hair that looks natural. My friends, the few that do know about it, may know more and may know about it now, have even forgotten.
Was this a big part of your identity before, that you had thinning hair? I mean, where you always had to cover it or think about it?
Well, I always had to tease it. And the first thing you do in the morning when you get dressed is you fix your hair. And it was always taking me longer and longer, and so I was leaving the bathroom thinking about how crummy my hair looked. So I didn't think about it all day long, but if I walked past the mirror, I was looking to see if there were thinning spots showing. So it really did bother me.
Do you feel like he's an artist, by the way?
Absolutely, absolutely. And it was not easy for me to say, okay, you can show those pictures of me, because I don't need the whole world to see them. But I wanted to if there's anybody out there who can identify with those before pictures, you can see how happy I am now, and I think it's worth it to just let someone else, a number of people, be as happy as I am. I mean, I pass people and I want to say, I could help you, but it's it's a very
So because you've had
thing.
it done, you see women with patchy hair or thinning hair, and you think, boy, if they only knew.
If they only knew.
Now, your role also is like an ambassador for Roz International. That means you have her talk to your clients. Is that right? Or you're willing to talk to them?
Just because I want people to know that they can be happier about it.
She does everything, including this
this interview
for free. She does it just as a
people
goodwill.
Ever talk to you? I mean, do you ever?
As a goodwill to help people.
I haven't had people yet, because not everyone knows that I have it. But if someone were to ask me, we've had seminars where I've spoken to people and I've told them about it. The reason I call it an enhancement, because it's an enhancement in two ways. One, it's an enhancement to my hair, and two, it's an enhancement the way I feel about myself, because I feel now I've got the whole package back. I can put on nice clothes, I can put on nice makeup, and I've got the hair to go with it.
Well, good for you. I want to thank you for coming on the show. It's a very, very nice story. We're going to take a quick break. More about the process, what they can expect on day one on the consultation. Thanks again. You've been watching The Wellness Hour, leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. We're discussing advancements in hair enhancement for women. We'll be right back.
The subject for discussion is women's hair loss.
Do your friends ever make suggestions about what you can do about your thinning hair?
Well, they always tell me, oh, you have a great personality, you know.
Here's a better suggestion if you have thinning hair. Call for a brochure about Method Trapeze. Not a wig, not a weave. Method Trapeze is for real women with real lives.
You're watching The Wellness Hour, leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. Today's topic, advancements in the specific area of hair enhancement for women and or hair restoration. With us, we have an expert on the topic. He is the president of Raz International, and he is an artist. Is that right? I've seen your work. It looks good. Final message, though, and this is for women with thinning hair that are watching this, and even doctors watch the show. You know, they don't like to admit it sometimes. But what do you want them to know about what you're doing and how they could direct a person or themselves to get started?
Very simple thing. There is a solution. It's effective, it's proven, and it's working greatly good. We can really achieve the best results. And when I'm talking about results, I'm talking not only about the visual results and the appearance of the women. I'm talking about the general feeling of this lady who's becoming to be more vital and more, you know, positive about everything.
Because you get your hair back.
Of course. She starts using more makeup. She's sometimes even changing her dress, etc., etc. So it does a huge of a difference. And for those who are watching us right now, as I mentioned before, the phone number that's showing on the screen is my direct phone number. They are very welcome just to call me. And if they're getting into the voicemail, just leave a message.
And they're going to talk to you.
With your name and phone number, and you're going to talk with me directly. Actually, by talking to me by the phone, you will be able to get the first evaluation about my abilities to help you.
Okay.
And we'll need to hear a little bit about your hair situation. From this point on, you're going to be in touch with me. The consultation is with me, and it's always free. So come to the consultation. I'm going to demonstrate the whole procedure. You'll be able to be very knowledgeable. The information is very comprehensive. And once you're done with the consultation, you will be able to make the right decision for yourself.
I want to thank you for coming to the show. Very good.
Thank you.
You've been watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news and information. I'm Randy Alvarez. If you would like to see this interview again online, you can visit our website at wellnesshour.com or Raz International website. For now, I wish you good health.
Thanks for watching The Wellness Hour, the leader in medical news with your host, Randy Alvarez, the authority on health issues.